So I was just like shuffling money around. It's gonna 100% look like I'm money laundering or something.
We doubled revenue, we doubled our team, but I'm also terrified because of all of that.
The AI is your biggest cost.
It's 2026, and scaling isn't just about growth. It's about managing fear. We've doubled revenue, built a team of 13, but I'm still terrified.
In this episode, we dive into the future of entrepreneurship, navigating growth, automation, and the human touch.
I'm Sean Sun, founder of Miscreants.
And I'm Andrew Askins, founder of MetaMonster.
So instead of doing something productive, I'm gonna take this idea that's been rolling around in the back of my head for the past like month or two, and I'm just gonna build it. I was like, oh this thing is getting pretty good.
This year took more years off of my life than previous years.
All the AI stuff is hella frothy, and it does feel like we're gonna have another correction at some point.
I'm very scared about a correction because we entirely exist off of the VC market being good.
Every small move is how we get.
Who's your tax guy?
His name's Sanjay, and he has the best domain name I have ever seen. Did I tell you this?
Yes. We didn't talk about the pod.
Brass.tax. So good.
It is really good. It is.
My favorite thing about him is that he doesn't sound like a CPA. Like he talks like a normal human.
He just gives you the brass tacks.
He just gives you the brass tacks, nothing but the brass tacks. He did make me sign up for ADP for Payroll though, which was I was like, do I have to use the dinosaur company? And he's like, dude, I don't care if their UI sucks. They will handle all of the like annoying little shit, and when something goes wrong, they will handle it. Like, do not like.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was like, fine, Sanjay, okay.
I am always a little sketched out by like new finance software. Like, you remember those? Remember that company? Was it like Bench or something that like disappeared?
Did Bench disappear?
I don't know if it was Bench or another. It was like one of the other like you know, the neo fintech type of startups, and then they shut down overnight because you know and they were like, you guys can go to other places. So
I was such a huge Simple fan for the longest time, and then Simple sold to who was it? Someone with an orange logo, and they just like shut down the product and like made everyone sign up for their god awful software. And I was like, hell no, nope, get me out of here.
I feel like that's one of the places where like incumbents are a little bit better, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that like these big massive corporations are better, but like there is so much important compliance stuff that the fast moving startups often just ignore. That it probably is. There is something to that you want your financial software to be boring.
No one wants like creative accountant, you know.
Oh my god, I've got a funny Mercury story really quickly before we move on.
Okay.
I needed to run my first payroll before the end of the year because this is all about like getting my LLC set up as an S corp, yada yada, tax stuff. So I have a system in Mercury that's basically like the profit first system where money comes into my checking account and then automatically gets moved to a bunch of other accounts, and then from those accounts I transfer it to the places I want it to go. So I was I hooked up ADP to my checking account, and I was like, I need to move some money into my checking account to cover the payroll. And I was like, that's weird. Why is there not enough money in there? Like Mercury usually like moves money pretty fast between accounts. Like, let me try it again. What are all these random transactions? Like what? I forgot that I had the transfer rules, and I like didn't realize that they would apply to internal transfers. So I was just like shuffling money around. Like it's gonna 100% look like I'm money laundering or something because I'm just like moving money between accounts.
Yeah, especially at the end of the year.
Especially at the end of the year, it's gonna look so sketchy and weird. But I mean, I think they all get treated as like the same account basically, but it's just it looks so weird.
Yeah.
So I finally just deleted auto transfer rules and was like, okay, we'll we'll deal with this.
Have you told brass tacks about it?
No, I'm really curious. I can't wait for him to get my books and be like, Andrew, what the hell? Yeah. He's also making me move from Wave to QuickBooks. So I've been dragging my feet on that. I might spend some time tomorrow.
It is better.
Doing that.
It is better.
I wouldn't say it's better. It's a thing. It's a place. It's a tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just respond like, listen, call it cash flow for no reason. Gotta make it move.
What did the kids say these days? I've got motion.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that means, right?
Yeah, how many times did you do this? I don't know, 6, 7 times.
I wanted motion. They told me I was only cool if I had motion.
I love that we had a whole plan of what we were going to talk about for this, and we completely derailed once I hit record.
Classic.
What do you want to start with first? You want to start with New Year? Oh, by the way, Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. It's been a while, I think. We keep not
What
recording.
Did you do for New Year's Eve? Did you get up to New York shenanigans?
No, I'm getting up to New York shenanigans tonight, actually.
Nice.
My best friend in high school I don't know if I told you, like, left New York at some point. I go to Mexico City to become like a DJ off of yeah. So he's back in New York and he's basically running the same sort of thing and hosting. He hosts like underground raves and whatever, and it's like slowly growing. Every once in a while he asks like borrow a small amount of cash to front the venue, and anyway, he's been doing it for a while, and he's been asking. He's said I can come check it out whenever, but I haven't had time until tonight, so we'll go see what happens.
Sick. Do you get into the rave for free since you've been financing them?
Yes, absolutely. I get into the rave for free. If anything, those are my speakers. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, just to do a margin call on the business. It's actually my rave.
I am a little bummed he's not in Mexico City because I leave a week from tomorrow.
You can go hang out with my product marketer.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, is she there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Sick. I would love to meet up with her.
Yeah, Bun's super cool. We went to like a tasting menu at Borough Brine.
Sick. Cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine. It was all right. Yeah. How about you? What'd you do?
I fell asleep on my couch.
Nice. I also actually fell asleep on my couch after the tasting menu. We just got really shit-faced at the tasting menu thing. They kept giving us alcohol. So
nice.
Yeah.
I was I leave for Mexico City a week from Saturday. I'd just been on a first date the night before. I was like, I'm going to be doing plenty over the next few months. I just want to sit on my couch tonight. I don't want to go anywhere.
But then after you had a great night of sleep, what did you do?
I woke up and spent the entire day vibe coding.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I need to get something done for MetaMonster today. And it's technically a holiday. So instead of doing something productive, I'm going to take this idea that's been rolling around in the back of my head for the past month or two, and I'm just going to build it. And cool. I did. I used the new cursor interface, which kind of rocks. I had been dragging my feet on updating for a long time because I knew they were moving away from the editor to a full agent first experience. And I was like, I don't know if I like that. It's going to be kind of weird. I do like it. It's great. It's cool. Kind of freaking awesome. And I started at noon yesterday, and I would say by 6 o'clock ish, I had a pretty decent prototype, and then a couple more hours last night, and I was like, oh shit, this thing is getting pretty good. We're pretty close to MVP status. I need to now, vibe out some of the some of the I need to add some analytics. It's nothing is in Git yet. I have just been I don't want to say raw dogging, but that's the word that pops in my head. Such a gross term. But yeah, I've just been going no source control on this so far. So I need to get it in Git. I need to add some analytics. I need to fix the onboarding, and then like get it ready for deployment.
Nice. You don't need version control. You have context graphs. What's the you have cursor?
Yeah, I want version control because inevitably I'm going to tell the AI to do something and then go, I regret that. I want it back the way it was before. And like I know cursor has like a revert, but I don't trust. I don't trust.
Yeah. Cool. You want to talk about what it is?
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
Cool.
And then I want to hear. I believe you had.
Yes, I've also spent many days vibe coding. I'm like $1,000 in of AI credits right now.
Oh yeah, I very quickly ran into my cursor limits, and then I was like, I'll just go ahead and pay for the like 3x limits instead. And I've already gotten the message that's like, yeah, dog, you're about at the 3x limits. You're gonna need to, if you continue at this pace, you will hit your new limits on Monday or something. So.
Nice.
I'll probably switch to like the API mode.
Okay. Are you in cursor? So like, okay, you're using cursor. I'm using Replit. I have some.
Yes.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that noise?
I did hear a ding.
Was
that Replit going off?
Yeah, that's Replit going. I'm done with this task. That's my new favorite noise. How long does cursor run for? Is it like? Yeah, how long does it run for? Because like,
you mean like for each task?
Yeah. Like my Replit just worked for 25 minutes.
It definitely. I mean, it'll run for kind of as long as it needs to, but it depends obviously on the complexity of the task. And so a lot of times, I'm bouncing back and forth between like small change, big change,
right.
And cursor basically works like Claude Code now. Where it has a plan mode. And so I started in the plan mode. Cool. Really cool. It created some actual like architecture diagrams as part of its plan, which I really appreciated. I was like, oh yeah, this is helpful. And so I went through a couple iterations of the plan and then I just hit build and it ran for like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes maybe. Cool. And to build the whole thing. One of the things that I feel like is hard with ADHD and vibe coding is while it's running, if you are running a longer running task, how do you not get distracted in that time period? You got to find something that's like kind of productive to do, but like it's interesting enough to keep you occupied, but not so interesting that you'll forget that you have this thing to go check on.
Yeah.
I guess the Replit chime is kind of nice. I don't think cursor makes noises. I don't have them turned on if it does.
Yeah, but it's sometimes useful and sometimes not. But yes, I'm also having that problem. Like I'll pop up a Netflix or something and like then be like 3 episodes deep. Like, oh shit.
I forgot I need to go check back on this thing. Yeah. I was having fun. Like the first day I was like using, while it was running, building out the first prototype. I was like, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to create a little logo and go look for a domain name and everything. Got slackletter.com.
Nice. Cool.
So, the tool is called Slackletter.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we should probably, before we lose all our,
you want to go first or you want me?
No, go for it. What is Slackletter? What is Slack? Yeah.
Okay, so the basic idea is, so we automatically generate a newsletter for you every week based on your Slack conversations. So the core idea here is that I think you will relate to this. Always mean to write a newsletter, and then I never do. And for a while now, I've been like, man, everything I need to compile an interesting newsletter for MetaMonster is in the MetaMonster Slack.
Yeah,
I'm constantly sharing cool SEO links that I find that I want Austin to read. Austin and I are having product discussions. We can pull in like GitHub pull notifications into Slack.
Yeah.
we have a channel where I share just like random silly stuff. It's actually just still our general channel. We haven't created a random channel yet, but and I was like, man, everything I need for a newsletter is already in Slack. And half the time when I go to like make a newsletter, I'm like, let me go back through Slack and look for interesting things that I shared with somebody. This feels like the perfect thing for AI to just do for me.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
And so Slackletter just lives in your Slack, and you give it access to the channels you want to give it access to. And then you can set up a schedule, or you can manually tell it to generate a newsletter, and it'll send you a draft in Slack. And you can review the draft, request changes, or then send it to your email service provider. So
it's pretty solid. It's pretty good.
I'm really psyched about it. To me, it feels like the perfect stair-step business that we've been kind of looking for, because there's for sure platform risk, both with Slack, and then even if we built Teams or something else, like there's platform risk. Definitely feels like there's a capped ceiling to this, because it's basically a feature. It's a tool, a simple tool, but the pain point is so obvious. It's something that we have. It's so easy to explain what it does. It is something that I think people pay for already, which is like AI writers. But to me, it doesn't feel, I don't hate it the way that I hate building like a pure AI writer, because it's not just pure slop. It's like, okay, it's just taking what's already there and then summarizing it and putting like a little bit of marketing spin on it. Which is the part that I hate to do.
I mean, I thought oh, go ahead.
Oh, and I was just going to say, I feel like the more there's a built-in distribution channel, because like there's the Slack marketplace, and then every email tool we build an integration with, we can get into their list of integrations or their app store or whatever. And so hopefully we can build in just a bunch of easy distribution.
I thought you showed me the like Notion output that I had. I thought it was pretty good. Like,
yeah,
like, oh, these were kind of like interesting links to click on. So
yeah, because like I'm doing the work of finding interesting links already, just naturally, because that's how I live in Slack. And so then and I'm often commenting on those links too. I'm like, hey, check this out. This is what I think about this. Da 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 da. And now I'm for sure gonna add more commentary to each one than I would have, and I'm probably gonna share even more than I was before, so that it has more to work with.
Right.
But yeah, it took some massaging. Like the output sucked at first, but with a few rounds of like prompting and like tweaking some tooling stuff, it's gotten pretty good pretty quickly. So I'm excited to like roll it out there and see what people think.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah, I think it's cool also because it's like there's like a side use case of like I never got like a pocket or something like that, and every once in a while like I bookmark something, but I really don't trust Twitter bookmarks, so I just take the link and I send it to Slack or someplace. But being able to kind of have that regurgitate itself, or even like bring it back like 30 days later, like, oh, you were looking at this, is really is a cool sort of use case as well.
Yeah, I dig that. I think I'm really curious to see if people will use it for internal newsletters for their company, just to circulate summaries of conversations and links and stuff for people. And then too, I think one of the first marketing things I want to do other than integrations is build a little Chrome plugin that will share things to Slack for you. It'll just like take a link and then just make it one click share to Slack. Maybe that's unnecessary, because you can it's not that much better than copying and pasting. But maybe having a button would help. I don't know.
I think the Chrome extension is easy, and it's a nice like quality of life improvement. I mean, I think you can build on top of it, right? This is my problem with vibe coding, by the way, is that like as I do think, like it's so easy to let the scope just continue to creep. Yeah. Cool.
This is the thing. The programming has never been the hard part. It's deciding what to build and marketing the things once you build them, and all of that's the hard part.
Right.
Describing how to build it and what to include and what not to include.
Clear thinking is the Cool. Well, I've also been working on something that is about content generation. This came from, it was a call. It was actually not my idea. A client of mine was like, you know what I would pay for? Something that would take my AI calls and then just generate blog post ideas for it. Especially like, they have objections or pain points or whatever, and it generates a blog post and I can send it to them immediately and like, hey, here's all this sort of stuff.
Are you also generating the blog posts, or are they really just like, I just want the ideas?
Well, so this is where the scope kept creeping. And after this, I do want to like get your feedback on some of the UI. Like I'm in this, I hit this point where like now I don't know which is like a higher priority. It started as like idea generation, but if they like the idea, then they can at least create a content brief for it, because they can take that content brief and give it to a writer or give it to AI or whatever, which then naturally became like, if we're already generating a brief that they can edit, just hit the button where they can generate content. And it's completely fucked up my like UX for the products. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. It's called Glisten, because you turn your sales calls into content gold. So
love it. Love the name. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Love the branding ideas you're working on of like panhandling, finding gold, and yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks. Yeah. It's very, very Gold Rush themed.
Reminds me of what's Lasso.security or whatever, the one that I love so much.
Yes. Definitely was on the inspo board. I was working on that as well. I've been using Replit, not Cursor, but there I've like loose concerns, right? Like I've used Replit and had a dev pull unreplify it so that we can use Supabase. Since I've built that and been working on some other things, Replit and Supabase do not, like, you cannot tell Replit to like use Supabase as a database. You can, it just is like significantly shittier of an experience. Like
Supabase now has an MCP server that you can like one click add to Cursor, and then Cursor just magically creates tables and and everything. And so like setting up once I got the MCP server set up and like the right credentials and stuff in there, it was just like boom, I don't even have to think about the database, it just works. And I was like, holy shit, this is cool.
Amazing. I'm almost positive Replit will not integrate with Supabase for the fact that they want to keep you using Replit,
but like they want they're basically building their own database product and want you to stick with that.
Right, exactly. But don't love that. But I think for Glisten, I'm just going to keep it on that. I did integrate it with Clerk instead, mainly because for auth for auth and like multi-tenancy and stuff. Mainly like I didn't want what is it called? I didn't love that like the Replit auth literally says auth by Replit or something at the bottom when you try to log in. Like, just feels shitty. Maybe it's a shame that it's like vibe coded. That's like that's there. But yeah, it does a little bit more than just like ideas. Like you like the concept is like you can create a persona. You can like set like the strategy of that persona, right? Whether it's like a personal brand or a company sort of brand, even if it's like one content strategy that's like a niche one is like documentation, where like, hey, maybe someone needs a how-to guide on this because they keep asking about it, things like that. The idea is that like you set up the thing, but you can also like have everyone in the org integrate their Fireflies or Fathom or whatever, so then it's consolidating all of that, and then it's like pulling out insights and patterns, and from there coming with ideas. The insight generation kind of sucks still. The idea generation is still pretty good, especially for like top of funnel content. But it's too eager in pulling out everything and anything in a call as an insight. So like phrases get taken out of context. Like basically all it's doing is like it's understand the sentiment of something, but like it doesn't have the context. It's not pulling out the context of the whole call and understanding it to actually generate the insight. It's just like looking for words. So I'm trying to figure that out, and then I don't know how correct it has actually set up Clerk with workspaces with Replit database, with Stripe billing to accurately like do a whole credit system and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, credit systems can be a pain in the ass. I
Yeah.
think I'm going to be able to avoid that with this product. I think I can like kind of ignore usage with mine and just make it like kind of feature gated, basically.
Yeah.
There will be like sort of like one of the core metrics will be how many newsletters you want to send and then how often you want to send them. But I'm not going to worry about like credits tied to that. It'll just be
Nice.
like kind of frequency, cadence.
I've thought about maybe just like avoiding doing credits and just telling them to like, hey, you have to provide your open AI or Anthropic key, and we'll just use yours. And that way, it's just like a $20 a month or something subscription. Because
I've thought about that so many times with MetaMonster. It would simplify the MetaMonster pricing and honestly like remove a lot of stress for me. If I didn't have to worry about like, because then you become like so many AI products, the AI is your biggest cost. And so if you can really just be the tooling and not have it kind of limits your upside a little bit potentially because it doesn't create as natural a growth, like an upsell motion. But it's it then means you're back to like SaaS, pure margin SaaS kind of stuff.
Right.
What is I'm blanking on his name right now. The Transistor founder.
I don't know. I feel like it starts with a J.
Yeah, it is. I want to say John, but that's not it. Justin, thank you. Justin Jackson.
No, it's not. It's not. Hold on.
No, it is. Justin Jackson is the founder of Transistor. Yeah.
That's right. I just looked up Transistor founder and it gave me John Bardeen, the founder of the literal Transistor.
That's funny because Justin's co-founder is also named like John Barda or something like that.
Oh, wow. This is like that Amelia Earhart thing where like someone names their kid Amelia Earhart and she also becomes a pilot.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So Justin had this interesting analogy for vibe coding the other day where or just sort of like, working with agents to build code. And his analogy was that you're moving from like writer to director, where you're now just sort of like orchestrating things and you need to have a high level vision and have taste and be able to communicate that taste effectively and then like edit ruthlessly, which I thought was perhaps generous, but a nice analogy. I was like, okay, cool. I like that. I vibe with being a director. That feels good.
Yeah. Ben always says like, with AI, everyone's a creative director now. So, that's like a helpful reminder. I got a little demotivated when I started getting into this like calls. Like I actually ended up showing the client to get some feedback in terms of like how useful this would be, and then he was like, "No, this is like too complicated. I just want like I just want to see ideas on the calls and whatever."
He wants to see them like in the actual calls.
Yeah. So okay, this is where I'm stuck. Right. I saw it as like you have all the stuff you configure and set up, like calls, personas, whatever, and then all you have is like an inbox view of ideas that you triage. You read the idea, you like it, you approve it, you don't like it, you reject it. It's like email, and you read through all of it.
That makes more sense to me for it to be more of like a dashboard than.
I mean, that makes more sense. That makes more sense to me. What he said did also kind of make sense in like I can also see like you come off of a call with a client, you go here, you want to see ideas that are attached to this call. Like the feedback was like, hey, I don't really care about the summary or the transcript or any of these things. Like I don't care about the insights you pulled out of this. I just want to see ideas on the call. It just brings up like this UX problem I haven't figured out how to solve for yet, which is like the ideas view is like an inbox view, right? The call details page is like a I don't know, like a details page with like the call name, some action items, and then like a doc basically with like a sidebar. Can't really put the inbox view in there, and there's no like idea details page necessarily. I gotta show you to show you what I mean.
Yeah. What if you don't need a dashboard at all? Like what if this is I'm obviously a little biased here because this is kind of how I've chosen to build Slackletter. But thinking of this as just essentially an agent in a box, what if you just take the call transcripts, do the processing, and then just shoot them an email or a Slack message after each call that's like, hey, here's 3 blog post ideas. Take them or leave them.
I'm with you. That those concepts have also crossed my mind of like maybe I'm just like way overcomplicating all this sort of thing. Yeah, maybe.
I will say on the persona side, one of the things that was, man, ADHD is hell. I have seen the coolest birds in this Airbnb. Like, there's a beautiful cardinal sitting on a branch right across from my window, and I just saw some yellow bird flitting around. And like a couple weeks ago, there was a hawk sitting on a tree right outside my window. And I'm just in the middle of freaking Atlanta in like, and there's just a pavement driveway, but for some reason there are really cool birds that land here. Okay, sorry. Back to
no, all good.
Oh my god, I'm so ADHD. So one of the things that was a breakthrough in like, it was such a simple thing, but it really made a difference in the quality of the output from Slackletter, was one, making the default prompt a little bit more opinionated about the type of newsletter. Like it started off, I just had the AI generate something. It was just super generic. It was like one line. And then I expanded that to like expanded on it a little bit. And then once I made it a little bit more opinionated about, and I started thinking about, okay, probably these newsletters are going to fall into one of 3 types. I'm going to assume for now they're all link roundups. And we're going to have a company, like a marketing newsletter, an internal company newsletter, and like a community newsletter. And now I can create custom prompts for each of those that are a little bit more opinionated. And so that was a step forward. And then the other thing I did was I just created like a little context page in my dashboard where you could just, write a sentence or 2 about like, tell us the name of your newsletter, tell us like what your newsletter is about, tell us the name of your business, what does your business do, and then tell us a little bit about who your readers are. And just like blank box, just type some stuff, a sentence or 2, doesn't need to be much. And I didn't type much in, and I was like, whoa, this is much better. This is like much better outputs now. And so I think there is something to like the persona, or like, and this is something I've seen with multiple AI products and been thinking about a lot, is like, and I hypothesized a few months ago, I think I'll be wrong about this, but that like LLMs.text could kind of, if people were smart about it, could kind of become this, which is like, what if the value of LLMs.text is not improving your search rankings, but it's actually storing context about your business that is useful for internal agents, so that when or this is kind of like the Agent OS idea from Brian Castle, spec-driven development. It's like, what are the kind of core foundational pieces of context that are really helpful for agents to know in order to do marketing on your behalf? And I think like at its core, it's like you need a brief business overview. You need to know who your customers are. So like some personas, a voice and tone guide, and then like products and pricing, or services and pricing, whatever. Like, what are you selling? And if you know those fundamental things, then like that gives agents a lot more grounding to operate within.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. One thought that I've also had about both of the things that we're building, is that it's kind of just like without all the, especially, okay, I haven't seen Slackletter, so Glisten specifically, without all the like the fancier SaaS like buttons and whatnot, it's kind of just an NAN workflow. Like, take call transcript, understand call transcript, generate idea, ship idea to Slack.
100%. Because like I almost built this in Scout, because Scout works pretty similarly to N8N. It has workflows. It has the ability to create custom agents. It has integrations, and it works pretty well inside of Slack. The one thing is Scout is not currently good at ingesting Slack messages. It's good at, sending stuff to Slack and receiving direct messages, but it's not good at like ingesting context. And so I was like, it'll be kind of a pain to get this working with Scout. I'm just going to vibe it. I mean, these are basically like single workflow products that could be replicated by N8N. The flip side of that, though, is like N8N is still a pain in the ass to use. And it's like it takes someone doing all the prompt engineering themselves. And so the question is, can you get to a system that will be good out of the box? Because N8N is not out of the box. And so if you can get to something that's good out of the box and the price point is right, then I think people will pay for it, at least for a time.
I think that's fair.
Until ChatGPT takes over the world and does everything.
Right. Well, this is also my like stair step business, because like I think at any point in time, Fireflies or Fathom can just have a generate content ideas button on any of these calls, right? And then just immediately eat the business. But I don't know. Yeah, still a fun vibe coding project. So
Slack could 100% decide we're going to generate newsletters for people.
I mean, it kind of does already with Slack AI. Like, we upgraded the business plan. It doesn't actually generate newsletters. It just gives you like a roundup,
like a summary.
Within like different channels. You basically have Slack AI watch different channels, and it gives you like a roundup of what's happened within everything and anything. It's like kind of useful sometimes, and then kind of not, because there's so many Slack channels. Like the reason I don't pay attention to all those, like I can't pay attention to all those Slack channels is there's too many. So having Slack AI tell me what's happening also doesn't really solve the problem that I just have way too many Slack channels to think about. So
okay. I wonder if Slack would even not like us, like if they'll take any offense to us trying to submit this to the marketplace, if they'll see it as competitive to Slack AI at all. I think they're smart enough. They probably don't care. They're like, whatever.
I think if anything, they might have a problem with you calling it Slackletter.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I'm worried about that.
You call it Roundup.
That makes me think of the cancerous like weed killer.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That makes me think of a cowboy. Like
Roundup is
lasso.
Yeah, but it's also the name of the like weed killer that gives everyone cancer.
I see.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't that Roundup?
We don't have lawns in New York, so I don't.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
South Carolina boy over here.
Yeah. I've never heard that in my life before.
Roundup. First thing I get when I search Roundup, weed control. Roundup.com.
No.
Yep.
Damn.
Kills weeds, won't harm lawns, but might give you cancer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That's depressing. Okay.
Yeah. If I have to rename it, I will rename it, but it would make me sad because wait, did you get the sort of play with the logo?
Like the black letter font.
Black letter, Slackletter.
Oh.
I take that as
this podcast. Oh, I see. That's terrible. I just thought Slackletter was a great name. I just thought it. Okay, cool. Okay, sick.
I don't know if this will translate on the podcast. So the logo for Slackletter is just the word Slackletter written in a black letter font. And the name Slackletter actually came to me because I was looking for an old-timey font to write a different name in. And then I was like, wait, black letter? What if I call it Slackletter?
I see. Okay. All right. God, that's... Oh, okay.
Austin also did not make that connection, but he found the joke much funnier than you are finding it.
That's good. I'm glad Austin's your co-founder for MetaMonster. No, I think it's good. I just thought I thought you were just going to go for like a Blackletter old timey medieval vibe, which I thought was sick for a thing called Slack.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. And no one needs to know no one needs to make the connotation of like Slackletter is written in a black letter font. And
listen, I might just be groaning because I didn't get it at first.
It's entertaining to me. It makes me chuckle, and that's all that matters.
It's good. I like it. Yeah. You can make your own. Yeah.
Like, and it was fun to just do something that felt a little bit different than, it's still not super different because I still vibed it, but
I think
it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a different, like, selling to a different person, different use case, like something that you can use immediately. It's like, I think it's,
it's actually really interesting. I'm gonna try to get it submitted to the Slack marketplace within the next week, probably.
Nice.
And so it'll be very interesting to see if they let it in with that name.
Let's see what's on the Slack marketplace. Slack. I wonder if they just have, like, I feel like people have definitely made things called like Slack to Jira or Slack to whatever.
Yeah, that's my hope. You've got like Webflow. There's something in the there's SEM Flow in the Webflow marketplace. So my hope is that because it's a marketplace app, they'll be more lenient. But
that's true. Yeah. I mean, I see a lot that are like something for Slack, XKCD for Slack, email for Slack. And I'm sure it's just called Slack. Like, I'm sure that's the entire name of it. So honestly, it might be fun. Actually, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
All right, good luck.
Because it's also so nice to have a .com.
Yeah. Oh, sick. Nice. I could not get a .com for my stuff.
Yeah.
It used to be called CallSpark. Spark Ideas.
Yeah,
which is taken everywhere by like.
Yeah, I tried to come up with a person's name. I was like, who's famous for writing letters? And it was like Jane Austen.
No.
And Jane.app is like some huge, I don't know, service business app.
You know who is also famous for writing letters? Napoleon Bonaparte wrote a constant amount of letters to like this woman he was in love with, and like she would always respond in like a snarky way because she was like fed up with how many he would.
Wait! It would be so much more fun to find her name and name it after her than to name it after him.
Fair.
That would be so much funnier. Like the woman who was snarky to Napoleon.
Yeah,
would be a Josephine. That's a pretty good name.
Yeah. She would like respond like Napoleon, like I don't know, I don't fucking know, but like you would like she would say like you would think I like betrayed you or wronged you or like murdered your family for like how you sound when I don't write you back immediately or something like that.
Wait. Her name was Josephine?
Yeah, Josephine.
I could call it Hey Josie.
Oh, that's good.
You're familiar with Hey Rosie?
Yeah. With from the other podcast, the other podcast. I don't know his name.
Gad. No, that's not right.
Hold on, I got it. His name is. Oh, this is way harder to find. Jordan Gal.
Jordan Gal. That's the last name. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan. Yeah. Yeah, I would feel a little bit bad going, Hey Josie. That feels a little too close.
Yeah. A little bit. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of
yeah. How are you feeling about this year, 2025? What's if you look back, what are you? How do you feel like this year went?
I am like, I think it went well. For all things considered, I think this year took more like years off of my life than previous years.
Which is saying something, knowing you.
Right.
And how stressed you always are and how hard you always work.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, but I also say that every year where I say like I feel like I worked harder this year than I've ever worked.
I mean, it paid off this year.
That's true. We had a really good year. We doubled revenue. We doubled our team. We're like 13 people now. There's another new hire starting on Monday. But I'm also terrified because of all of that. Because like I will never forget what 2023 like did to me.
When the market just like the
yeah,
VC market just tanked.
Exactly. And hearing like a lot of the stories about like the fraud and stuff that's going on in VC land and like the really large rounds, that it feels like 2021 again.
It's very frothy right now.
Yeah,
all the AI stuff is hella frothy, and it does feel like we're gonna have another correction at some point.
Right. I saw this really great tweet that I don't have handy, but effectively it says that like when you have a situation where you have like investors who demand outsized returns at minimal risk, that's why you have like tier 2 VCs following any tier 1 VC, because tier 2, like these VCs have no idea what to invest in because everything's like hot, and the only signal they have to de-risk is do what Sequoia is doing, do what A16Z is doing, which is why you get these like giant rounds for these like Series A or whatever, and it feels like these companies are like gonna kill the incumbent or the new hot thing, but actually they're like basically crowned way too early or anointed way too early before having like market validation, which means that they like at any point in time they can implode, right? Like Giga is a good example of this, where like, you know, giant 36 million Series A round, then a bunch of fraud comes out, but like fuck the fraud for a second, like the fact that like their whole thing is they get a giant deal with DoorDash where they use AI agents, and a regulation comes out where like actually customer service has to be but human. Now like their entire contract blows up. I'm very scared about a correction because we entirely exist off of like the VC market being good. So we'll see.
That's the tough part of the agency world, is like generally the people who can afford to pay high agency dollar amounts are venture backed. And they're the ones incentivized to move fast, and so to like you know worry less about cost and more about quality of output, and so they can make for very good customers, but yeah, then you're dependent on the VC market, which sucks.
So we'll see. I did join the bureau, by the way.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
It was sort of the end. It was more like the end of my year. Let's blow some money because I'm gonna have to pay it. It's either to the IRS or to things that I want. I don't know. I've been in the Slack for like 2 days. Yeah, they're very inviting. I was like, hi, like I'm Sean, and they're like, hi, welcome. That's it. That's all I got to say. So.
Nice. I love the bureau. I think the people there are awesome. Obviously, I haven't been a part of it for 2 or 3 years now, but it is one of the best Slack groups I've ever been in. The SEO community is like pretty freaking solid. The one I'm in right now, run by my friend Noah Lerner. But
nice.
But yeah, bureau is up there. Just like the amount of genuine information that people share in that community, like genuine agency owners talking about tactical operations details and like strategy stuff and marketing and sharing leads, and it's awesome.
Was the value you got out of it from the Slack or from like webinars and whatnot?
I never did any of the webinars, so for me it was like all the Slack group. But I have heard really great things about the in-person events. Like I think their events are kind of like microconf quality in terms of attendees, but they're much smaller. So they do more like retreat style, where you'll have 10 to 30 people at an event, and they're all agency owners, and they're all there to talk and learn about a specific topic.
Nice. By the way,
I've heard great things.
Oh wait, you can't go to MicroConf because you're in Mexico City.
In Mexico. Okay. And it costs fucking $2,000 or something, and I'm just like,
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
I don't want you to pay my way to MicroConf. I appreciate it, but I don't want you to pay my way to MicroConf. I will pay for MicroConf one day. I just have to.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
I know I am. I really want to go. I'm gonna go one of these days. I very much want to.
All right, 2020. Make your 2027 goal.
Yeah, I like that. My one of my friends who does go to MicroConf all the time is going to be in Mexico City for all of February, which I'm stoked about.
Nice. Cool.
My friend Rami who lives in the UK. I'm so excited.
Cool.
So what else from 2025? Like, what, you guys had a killer year, worried about, by the way, like, people talk so much about the AI bubble. There's 100% a bubble. The bubble's going to pop at some point. The difference is, like, there's like crypto bubble level bubble, and then there's like .com bubble, where it's like, yes, the bubble pops, there's a bunch of like frothy bullshit happening, but also the internet's not going away.
Right. I don't think I don't think AI is going away anywhere. I'm just worried about the VC money stalling for a second.
The VC money will probably, when that happens, dry up for a little while, and then they'll get scared, they'll withdraw their money for a year or two, and then a couple years later they'll be like back to the same shenanigans.
Yeah.
Such is the cycle of capitalism.
Yes. They basically need to see one win, and then they'll be what else happened? I'm moving. That's exciting for 2026.
Yeah.
Going to Bushwick. That's it. I think 2026 I really would like to have a SaaS app launched and like with a paying customer. I think that's I was telling you before the call, I was doing some like ChatGPT therapy basically. And it was just, it was also like half in preparation for this call, right? Because like last year you like had goals and all this sort of stuff, and like I was like, that's not what I do. That's weird. I don't like that stuff. For what it's worth, ChatGPT also continued to say you don't have to do that. So I feel validated.
But I don't think you have to do that. I don't think anyone has to do that. I also think it's weird that I have a Notion page with my personal goals, my like quarterly, yearly, and 3-year goals. Like, that's freakish. No one does that.
I think many people in my life do that. I feel like maybe I'm just friends with freaks.
Maybe you are.
Well, anyway, but the thing is, like, what I wanted to kind of move away from was, as Greg has called me out for like fear setting wrong, right? Is like, how do I like be like less like motivated by fear? Because like at the inflection point that Miscreants is at, like they're like the cat is not necessarily chasing me. Like, you know, if I go away tomorrow, if I don't work next week, or sorry, even if we lose all of our clients next week, which I hope never happens, but like we still have enough to make payroll for a couple months and to figure that out, right?
Yeah.
So since we're past that like bit of like anyway, the whole thing is that like the whole thing ChatGPT was saying that like instead of like the thing to work on is to move away from like always being in like emergency mode and being your motivation coming from being like everything's on fire, so you have to fix it, to like more like a custodian mindset of like, and like a standards setting mindset. Hold on, I wrote this down actually. One second.
This is actually good advice. I feel like this is what I've been saying to you for like 2 years, but if you have to hear it from ChatGPT to take it seriously, that's cool.
I just have to read it. That's what it is. Okay, the things that like it's like the things it told me to think about were like playing a portfolio game, not a survival game, carrying a standard that doesn't drop. Like what it wrote was like, fear made you fast, standards will make you durable. And then also like in terms of like the standard, I think my immediate reaction was like it's going to be impossible that like the standard is kept all the time every day, right? Yeah. So like to me that meant like that sounded more like failure, but I think what was helpful was like the standard is a lot more about not whether or not you like drift away from the standard, but how fast you correct for drift. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. It's like with any sort of project management, you've got to assume that you will like things will go wrong. You can't assume that, you know, no delays are going to come up, no one's going to get sick, no one's going to you know, there's going to be no scope creep, there's going to be no unforeseen challenges. You've got to bake in time like
right.
plan for, the unexpected. And so, yeah, that makes sense with standards. Plan for that to drift, and then figure out how to build systems that just pull you back.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the sort of key thing I'm trying to keep in mind going to 2026. See what happens. How about you? How was your 2026, 2025?
It's interesting. A lot happened in my personal life this year, which I won't really get into too much. But, I was living in Detroit at the beginning of the year. We had an incredible robotics season, which I think I've talked about on the podcast a little bit. But, our humble little robotics team that, regularly has to compete with big suburban teams that have tons of funding and have been doing this for years and years. And we've only been at this for a few years, and have 15 kids, and, we're, don't have nearly the funding that these big teams do. We came out and we kicked ass. Like we made it to states. We were within 10 points or 20 points of making it to Worlds. We would have been the first Detroit public school to ever make it to Worlds if we had made it. We were all kind of relieved we didn't make it. The kids weren't, but the mentors were all relieved because we were freaking exhausted. And also it would have meant we'd had to turn around and raise $30,000 in 2 weeks.
Right.
To pay for transportation and all of that. Yeah, it was like that was a big highlight for me this year, something I will look back on very, very fondly. Going to states with the kids for the first time, seeing them really kick ass in some of the regional competitions, build a robot they were really, really proud of. Seeing my senior programmer teaching other kids how to code a little bit, and he caught a bug in the code that I totally missed. And he came up to me during the competition and was like, "Hey, I think this problem we've been having is because of this thing over here." And I was like, "No, I don't think that's right." And he was like, No, look at this. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're totally right." And then he fixed it himself. And I was like, yes, this is the thing. This is the goal. And he and our other senior were co-valedictorians, and are both in college now at Wayne State in Detroit. And so robotics was a big highlight for me this year. Then, middle of the year was tough with the move and everything, and some stuff going on in my personal life. And then, but have really enjoyed being in Atlanta. Going to Seattle was a big highlight for me. I spent 2 weeks out in Seattle and did some backpacking and camping. A big goal of mine this year was to just spend more time outdoors, and I love backpacking, and so I wanted to do more of it. I didn't hit I had set a goal for myself of doing 5 trips, and I didn't do that. I only did 3 backpacking trips and the 1 car camping trip. Partially because I broke my ankle at the end of the year, and so then couldn't backpack, and then had a couple trips get canceled. But still spent some good quality time outdoors. I've loved being in Atlanta. My friend group here is awesome. I miss my friends in Detroit, but being back around my closest college friends and getting to spend a lot of time with them has been really cool. And then on the work side, it's hard for me to remember. On the one hand, I feel frustrated because I feel MetaMonster is nowhere near where I want it to be. One of my big goals for this year was to get a product business to ramen profitability, get it to the point where I didn't have to do consulting and I could focus on the product. And we are nowhere near that. We haven't added a new customer since August. We're stuck at $200-300 a month in revenue. We're struggling to figure out how to make the product easier to use, and how to what use cases to really hone in on and focus on, that will be valuable enough to get people to convert. And so that's frustrating. But then at the same time, I look back and I'm at the beginning of the year, we had not launched MetaMonster yet. I think you were our first customer in January or February.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah. Maybe even
I feel like it was end of Jan.
End of Jan, beginning of Feb, something like that. you were our very first customer. And so like that is kind of comforting to look back and be like, oh, we have made a lot of progress in a year. The product is like way more powerful, way more flexible, can do a lot more things. And now the question is, can we hone in on doing a few things really well that people will really value, and like figuring out what those few things are now that the product can do so much more. So like I certainly like, it's tough, but at the same time, like I've seen this time and time again that getting a SaaS product to product market fit most often takes, like what I've seen in the past is it takes 2 years of like close to full-time focus, and we're at a year and a half of part-time focus. And so it makes sense that we are where we are, and we're 100% in the like, what do they call it? The trough of sorrow. And we're trying to dig our way out, and we'll learn a lot over the next 3 to 6 months. And at a certain point, we may have to call it and say, this isn't the product, this isn't working. And if we do, that'll suck, but we'll find something else, and we'll move forward. And then like, I'm also really grateful because the consulting work that I'm doing is paying really well. And, beginning of last year, I wasn't making as much consulting as I am now. And I had, I was juggling like a bunch of clients. And so it's nice to have one client and be making, back to what I made at Grey Noise, basically. A little less because it's consulting work. And so,
just say I didn't pay you enough. Just say
well,
that.
I was like, we were trying to figure out pricing and trying to figure out what we could charge clients, and like what kind of margin we could take from that and everything. And so, you and I knew exactly how much you were making, and I was the one setting my own salary.
Yes.
Or my own
undersetting. That's right. I'm blaming you. You kept undersetting it. I feel like I did negotiate against you.
Yeah, you and JJ both kept telling me to charge more, and I didn't.
But I also think that like there was a part of it that like it's not what you wanted to be doing. Like I feel like the approach you had was like, this is like a short thing to do for a little bit.
I was kind of trying to keep it at arm's length a little bit, and I'm still like, the reason I'm like contracting with this client now instead of full time is because I'm still trying to keep a little bit of distance, because the focus is still the product business. But also like hard to remember that the work we were doing together was really kind of the same like crit work. It was product design, creative direction, hiring freelancers, product management, product strategy kind of stuff, like product-y. Running product design projects is what it was. And now I am running marketing for this friend's startup, and I now kind of consider myself a marketer, which is like has been a big mindset shift for me this year, of going from like product manager to product marketer. Like it doesn't sound like a big shift, but it has been been kind of a mental unlock, at least for right now, for where I'm at in my career right this second. So
I mean, I definitely think it is, right? I think like it's two very different parts of the funnel. So makes sense to me.
And I've realized too that this is just still the skill that I want to get better at. I want to figure out, like, I know I can build a product. I don't always build it as well as I would like the, making it easy to use is always a challenge. Picking the right things to build is always a challenge. But I know I can build a product and have it like stable and functional. And so now it's like, okay, how do I get distribution? Is still the thing that's always been missing, I feel like, for me. And I haven't done my normal big goal setting yet. I might do it, like, probably not gonna have time this week, but maybe once I get to Mexico, I'll try to take a day or something and sit down.
Are you a plane worker?
I love working on a plane. Yeah. So I might do some goals. That would probably be a good environment to do some goal setting in.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll have like a 4-hour plane ride, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, there's something about being on a plane that like really sort of locks you in and helps me focus. Have I shown you that guy on YouTube who built a
Yes, and he cut off his fingers doing it?
Yeah. He built the like his editing bay in his studio is built to look and feel like a plane. And it has like a functional plane door and an actual seat from an airplane, with like a little tray and everything, so that he can mimic that feeling of being on a plane when he wants to like go hard, super focus mode, flow state. Which is hilarious and awesome.
That guy's video editing is so good. Like his storytelling
so incredible. And he just came out of fucking nowhere. Like I guess maybe he was a TikTok guy and he started posting on YouTube, and that's how he got good so fast. He's in the same building as Casey Neistat.
They're all friends.
Yeah, and he has a very Casey Neistat style, but with his own twist. Jordan something, right?
Yeah, Jordan stuttered. A lot of Jordans and Justins.
Yeah,
by the way, today,
dude, I love his style so much. There's another guy I started following recently who's like a young Indian kid in New York, who I think is part of their circle.
Is it Cole?
I don't think so. But this guy's storytelling is really cool too. His editing style is great. So I haven't done my big goal setting for next year, but I think, get a product business to run, and profitability will carry over. I really, really want to establish a meditation practice. Like that is something I've wanted to do for a long time and I keep putting off. I think it would help a lot with my ADHD, a lot with my like reactivity. Like I still sometimes get frustrated too quickly by myself and by coworkers and partners and things, and just like can be kind of snippy when I don't want to be. And so I really want to try to establish a meditation practice, becoming as close. I won't say like fluent in Spanish, because I don't know exactly how long it would take to get there, but conversationally fluent is really my goal. Like the ability to speak Spanish well enough that I can carry a conversation comfortably with a native speaker, and like ideally like make jokes, like have my personality come through. Would be great. And then I think there's got to be something in there too about like creative pursuits, and like maybe something related to giving back, helping, like figuring out my contribution bucket. Like I think I talked on the podcast maybe a few podcasts ago about like Brian's contribution compensation control like way of thinking about motivation, and robotics was a big contribution bucket for me, and I'm like looking for my new contribution bucket.
Nice.
So like finding a creative bucket and finding a contribution bucket, I think, are two things that outside of work that I'd like to.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, it sounds like 2026 has a lot of like uncertainty for the both of us. But in like a good way, for what it's worth.
I think so. I'm expecting to learn a lot this year, and I'm kind of throwing myself into like, it's a lot of personal growth, personal development kind of stuff is what I'm aiming for this year.
Same. I'm just thinking like back compared to our conversation about this last year. Last year I feel like both of us felt more almost certain about things that were going to happen in 2025,
which is so ironic because like I think both of us ended up with lots of things happening this year we did not predict.
Right. But maybe that's also like the learning, right? Maybe that's why we're both like, I don't know what's going to happen in 2026.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's probably a good thing to learn is again, just expect the unexpected.
Yeah. Nice. Sweet.
Cool, man. I think I got to run, so might have to end it there for today. I do want to hear, maybe next time we can get into some like predictions for 2026 on the same topic. Like, as we're expecting the unexpected, like I think it would be really funny to record some predictions and then look back on it in a year. Sure. I love that Rob Walling does this every year, and he looks back on his and he's like, "Wow, I got nothing right."
Okay, cool. I'll do some homework. I'll think about it.
Sweet. Cool.
All right, I'll see you later. Happy New Year.
All right.
Bye.
Peace, man.